Hey, what's up, y'all? Happy Saturday. Happy Saturday. Happy Saturday. What's up, y'all? Listen, I had to change my time. Usually here at 6:30, but we're doing it in the afternoon today. It's your girl Sharita from the Morgan Unlimited Growth Institute, and we're going to talk about morning and nighttime routines for our kids. Okay, my kids are going to school on September 7th. All right, that's like a week away, and I know that things are going to change. The summer was pretty busy for me, but it's going to be really busy early in the morning, getting everybody out the house into school, and at night when it's time for them to go to bed at night and make sure everything is packed. So we're going to be talking about that today. How to get that sewn up. Some of these tips I already used last year, and it worked very well. Okay, and this year, but this time I have a couple more. I got a couple of new tricks in my bag. You know what I'm saying? So I'm gonna share them with you. We're gonna talk about it. But first, let me know. Comment below. Let me know if you have how you feel about the morning routine. Is it smooth, or is there a lot of hollering? Okay, you know how we get to hollering in the morning because it's time to go. And when it's time to go, we don't have a lot of time. That's when our kids slow down the most. They slow down the most when they know we trying to hurry up and get out the door. Okay, so. And then at night, is it a big issue getting your child into bed and then prepared? And then here's another question. Is your child function independently when it's time for them to get ready for school the next day, getting everything ready? Or are you doing all the work? Are you making sure they have everything they need for school the next day? All right, let's talk about it. Comment below. Let me know what your experience has been so far. And let me know if you would like this year to be much better. It's going to be a quick live, okay? Because I have a class coming up in 20-something minutes, okay? 27 minutes. I have a class coming up, so this is going to be pretty quick. But we're going to get it in, all right? Number one. So this is how to help your child master their nighttime and morning routine. Let me turn this down. This AC is a little too cold for me right now. A little too cold. How to help them master the nighttime and the morning and nighttime routine. So tip number one, set up the environment. We always want to focus on structure. We're about to make some change in behavior or learn or whatever. Structure is always really the first place to go. So set up the environment so everything flows easily. Set up the environment so your child knows where everything is. Everything has a place. And so that when they get ready for the next day, they know where to get their stuff, and when they come in the house, they know where to put it. Picture a classroom. In a classroom, they have their cubbies. Everything is in this has to be in the correct place. So have that same mindset at home, so to help your child be organized, okay? And then you don't have to be worried about them. They can't find their stuff. Like this morning, we're going to karate. Maya couldn't find one of her Crocs because she put one of them in the shoe organizer, and the other one was like in a corner next to the shoe organizer, and she was looking around. You know what I'm saying? So moments like that really take a lot of time when we're trying to run out the door. You know. So let's make sure that they have the environment set up. Number two, have a conversation with your child and have them help you create the routine. Y'all do it together, okay? So this would get them thinking about and take ownership of their routine, how they need to get ready for school the next day. You can ask them that and tell them what they think they need to do so they can be ready in the morning. And whatever they say, have them write it down, and then y'all can organize it afterwards, okay? And if there's something that you want to add into it, you let them know, and then they can add it. Then they rewrite it nice and neat and hang it up. Oh my gosh, this helps with Maya cleaning up her room so much, because now there's a list that she wrote down everything she's supposed to do when it's time to clean up her room. She wrote it down, and then she just keep going back to her list and checking things off and doing what she has to do. We want our children to function independently, okay? So the same thing with getting ready for the school the next day, or in the morning when it's time to get up, brush your teeth, get dressed, grab your book bag, grab your snack or grab your lunch. Have them write it down and hang it up, so they keep going to the wall wherever it is, and they make sure they do everything on the list. You can check later, but I'm telling you, if they take ownership of it, then it's going to run much more smoothly than if you're the one trying to do everything, okay? All right, here's the next thing. Oh, this is so good. So this is going to eliminate the hollering. Hurry up, let's go, right? Have them set timers, okay? So to get dressed, tell them to set their timer to get dressed, 10 minutes or less, depending on how fast your child does it. But have them set a timer, and then you walk away. They will get themselves dressed, and they're trying to beat the timer. This helped a lot with my daughter as well, because instead of me coming to check to see what she's doing, and she put on one socket and she was just sitting there thinking and daydreaming, my mom told me I used to do the same thing, okay? I used to do the same thing. So Maya, she's doing the same thing I did when I was younger, right? But instead of her just depending on me coming around and telling her to put her other sock on, let's go, wear your shirt, put your shirt on, you know what I'm saying? Make sure you have this, did you do this and do that? Instead of that, she got her list on the wall, she got the timer, she set the timer, and then she doing it because she want to beat the timer, okay? She's moving along. So let the timer move your child along this year, not you, the timer. This is how they function independently, and that helps me as an adult. If I'm going in the kitchen, I'm about to do something, and I set a timer, I'll be busting it, because I know when that timer go off, that's my time to move on. So that is a good way to help your child function independently. All right, next, this is the fun part. Well, the timer is pretty fun too. Practice the routine every night for a week and every morning for a week. You can practice the nighttime and morning routine at the same time. Pretend that it's time to get ready for the next day, okay? And then you say, okay, let's pretend it's 8 o'clock, because that's what time, whatever time you set, it's 7 o'clock, 8 o'clock, whatever your schedule dictates, right? 7 o'clock, let's pretend it's 7 o'clock. We are going to start our nighttime routine. Our job, our goal is to get everything done within 30 minutes, or get everything done within 45 minutes. All right, set the timer, let's go. And then have them go through the routine, have them look on the wall to, for whatever they're doing, whatever they need to do, have them set their own timers, and then have them finish everything. They need their baths, you know what I mean, the showers, and then you do that if they're little. But you're both going through the routine that's on the wall. You both are responding to the timers, you know what I mean, going along with the timers. Some things they're doing themselves going along with the timers, but everybody's looking at the end of the 45 minutes, okay? All right? So this is good to have an alarm set every night for the time when it's supposed to start and the time when it's supposed to be finished, all right? So that's good. Both of you are now goal-oriented. It's not just mom trying to move your child along and get your child, next step, fussing at them because they're not listening, twirling around, you know what I'm saying, all that stuff, right? It's both of you. You both are goal-oriented, and the goal is to complete the entire routine within 45 minutes or whatever time you set, okay? And then you say, okay, now let's pretend that it's the morning time, and we are now getting, so we're going to get up and going to do everything on your list. You're going to brush your teeth. What does that say? Have your child read everything on the list. And then really act it out. And even grab the book bag, you know what I mean, keys and everything, and then head out to the car and sit in the car, and then look at the time and see how your time was. Do that. It's like drills. Kids love drills, okay? And you do that every night for a week, and then see the progress. Your child will get used to it, And once you do it every night for a week, it starts to run by itself. You don't even have to say anything. Your child is now functioning independently because they know what's next. They know what's next. They know what's next. They do what's next. They know what the goal is. Everything is written out. Everything is hung up. Oh man, come on. Aren't y'all getting excited about this? I'm getting excited about it, okay? I'm getting excited about it. Okay, and then what you want to do, the next tip is tell your child how they're doing on their routine. So, like I said, you both are goal oriented. So you want to tell your child periodically what they're doing good at and where they need to work a little bit. So you can say, you did really good when it was time to get dressed this morning. You beat the time, you did really good. But your book bag wasn't in the right place. So you had to go and look for it. So that's that. Tomorrow, what do you think you're going to do? Make sure my book bag is in the right place. All right, good. So you do that, then oh my gosh, that's going to be great. You do good getting dressed. You'll have your book bag ready. You won't waste time with that. You know what I mean? Whatever it is, just give them encouragement. Tell them what they did great, and tell them what your goal is for the next, what their goal is for the next day to work on. So they're always thinking about progress and mastering the routine. All right, and then I had to. This is the last one, but I had to sneak this in here. Make your self-care a priority. We always talk about that. Listen. It's about to get very hectic, okay? I know for me, my kids, they go to school yet, but I know some of my students are already in school, and it's a whole different vibe. Like, the moms are, they different right now because it's a lot of hustling and bustling. It's getting ready for school, making sure the kids have everything, and the scheduling change, sleep is affected. It's a bunch of stuff. So you're focusing on making sure your child's routines are down pat. What about your routine? What about your self-care routine? What are you going to be doing now while they're at school? What will you have time for now that you didn't have time for before? You know what I'm saying? What do you want to do with that new time? I remember last year, was it last year or the year before? See, I just had this is like my only time to eat now because I'm like having class from 3 to 8 back to back different classes today. So I remember when it was just I think it was when Maya first started preschool. And actually no, she did, yeah, it was preschool. She started preschool. That would be the first time in years where I will have time in the day myself, because I work from home, in years. That would be the first time. That was the first time, and I really did not know what to do with myself. You know what I'm saying? I did not know. Things change, right? So what I decided to do when that time was going up, I had to really think, and I had to make a plan for when Maya goes back to school. I had to plan my day out for myself. And all the things that I've been wanting to do and have time for, put that in there. Everything that I need to do, for work, for my students, but also self-care, get more rest, whatever. I just had to think about it for a little bit. So take time to think about what you are going to do for yourself when your kids are in school. What are you going to do for yourself in the mornings before it's time for the kids to get up and you are busy getting them ready and out the door? What are you going to do for yourself in the morning? You're going to do some exercise? Are you going to meditate? Are you going to make a smoothie for the day? Are you going to take some time to read, pray, go for a walk? What do you want to do? All right? Because if you don't take time for yourself, when it's time to be running around, this is going to be very stressful, okay? And we want you to be equipped, all right? All right, so that's the last tip, but it's probably the most important tip. Set your routine up too. Write your own routine down. Hang it up. And pay attention to yourself throughout this whole process, and make sure you take care of yourself. And when you take care of yourself, then you better able to take care of your kids. All right, so that's it for today, y'all. I'm going to run because I got a class in 15 minutes, all right? But if you have any questions, comment below, like and share, okay? Also, so other moms, we can get this conversation going about getting our kids' routines down pat. The summer program was a humongous success, and my students are going back stronger than ever. Starting the school year, this is going to be the best school year. It's going to be even better than last year, right? We're enrolling students in the fall, so we have a couple of students getting started in the program very soon. We still have spots. We have about, I think it's 26 spots, because we have new students coming in. We have 26 spots available left in the Growth Institute Unlimited Growth Tutoring Coaching Program. If you're looking to improve your child's focus, behavior, literacy, math, you want them to grow behaviorally and academically, or if your child doesn't have any behavior issues, but you really want them to be challenged, okay, academically, definitely message us. Send a text message. You can also send a text message to 908-313-1973 or visit the website at growthinstitute.mykajabi.com. That's GROWTH institute.mykajabi.com. Love y'all so much. Believe in yourself, believe in your child, honey, and always remember that growth is unlimited. And I love you. Peace.